Morning everyone, we are kicking off the You Fish It series, and here's how this is going to play out. We are going to be fishing Lake Ray Roberts here in North Texas, and this is not the most well-known lake for catching a lot of fish. It's kind of going to be a challenge today. And what we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through the conditions that we're running into today and maybe the last couple of days. We've had some crazy weather here, and I'm going to walk you through my day of fishing. It could go probably one of two ways here. One, we're going to do okay. And two, we may not catch anything. And what we're looking for is the You Fish It part of this, is I'd like for you to take a look at the conditions, see what I'm doing where I'm fishing, and provide me your thoughts on what would make this day of fishing a little bit better. And we'll see how that could apply to improving our fishing altogether here in the future. So sometimes it's good to learn what's not working and then get some insights from others of different ideas of things you should have tried. So let's jump to it. Let's talk through the conditions of today. So today is a bit cool. It's going to be 49 today. It's 41. It's actually 11:30 in the morning. So we're getting a bit of a late start. You know, in the wintertime, I don't really care to start super early. And I think as it warms up a little bit, the fishing should get a little bit better. And so the conditions before today have been cold, really cold for North Texas. We've had this lake got about 6 to 8 inches of snow in 2 days, which for us is a ton. I know in some places you're probably giggling at that, but a lot of snow for us. And so the water temps probably have crashed quite a bit over the last week or so, which could move things around, right? I'm not sure if that's going to make these fish suspend or hold tight to cover or go seek, rock, right, that might be warming up earlier or later in the day. And we do have quite a bit of wind, so it's a 13 mile an hour sustained. It's probably gusting from the north about 20, so it's going to be a little breezy. We may get a little wet today, but that's kind of what we're working with. So it's a midday, middle of January, so this is the dead of winter for us. And we've got 4 or 5 hours or so to do some fishing before the sun starts to go down. And we're gonna call this a success if I can catch 1 to 3 keepers. To be honest with you, this lake is a grind, at least for me. So let's see what you think about it, and let's get to fishing. Okay, what are we doing? I don't know. Okay, so the initial plan of attack, we're actually still here in the marina where I just launched. There's kind of a old dock or bridge or something that's down here. I'm gonna poke around. So initial thoughts for today is we're gonna work on any kind of brush pile or isolated structure that I know of. I'm probably going to flip around to. I'm going to kind of throw an A-rig by it to see if I can see any signs of life, any movement down there. I've got a drop shot. I've got kind of a heavy jig, jerk bait, kind of a big swim bait, maybe do a little bit of cranking. I'm going to try to play around with a variety of different ideas. The first thing I'm looking for is some signs of life on the live scope, right? Let's throw to some structure, see if we see fish moving around, see if we can identify them as bass, and then kind of adjust our approach from there. We may end up fishing some rock, some rock that's getting a lot of sun, maybe a little bit of wind. Right around this corner, there's kind of a spot that can play into that. I'm not sure how much we're going to be able to fish the main lake today, or at least on this side of the lake, because the wind's kind of to my face on this side. We're on the east side of the lake. And so that's kind of an initial plan, and let's see what happens. So what I'm looking for is this jig coming through. I want to see a fish move, or I want to see something kind of following it, like something. Okay, I'm really not seeing much anything. We're definitely ticking through it. See, here's my jig coming up and over all that stuff. It's kind of a little blob right there. That little guy, see him? We can hit him. He looks a little bit bassy. Came down to look at it. That looked cool. Almost made it out of there without getting snagged. What just happened there? What the hell was that? Man, I'm gonna have to play that back. All right, quick 30-minute update. No luck. Kind of tried those a brush pile that's over by some new docks. I didn't really see anything. Got my crankbait stuck about 11 times and broke it off. So we got another one. We're gonna try and fish a little bit of this rock. But if it wasn't for this brake roll, we would be getting pretty whipped by the wind. So we'll move here pretty soon. We ended up fishing some mainland timber that has some significant drop-offs on it. Looking through the timber, looking at the drop-offs, didn't get a single bite, single follow, anything on there. So we picked up and moved. Try not to hit any trees on my way out of here. And we're gonna go try something else, probably the backside of the island, just because it's kind of a fishy area and I need to get out of the wind for a minute, just kind of reset. There's another area up here I may try as I try to idle my way out of here, as I see giant stubs everywhere, because that's how we do lakes here in Texas. Just trees. Be in 30 feet of water and there'll be a tree next to you. That's cool. All right, I will check back here later. Gosh, it looks so good when it's like that. These look like bass, man. They're hot like that. They're hot like a bass. How would there not be? Look at it. Hell yeah, that's a big spot. Hey, we caught one. It's a big old fat spot. Let's see what he weighs. I don't have a scale. We're not gonna see what he weighs. But he's thick. Yeah. Where's my scale? Yeah, he's on it. Oh yeah, another giant catfish. Hell yeah. Gosh dang it. Oh, he's even bigger than the last one. Got hooks everywhere, slimed up my stuff. You better not take my A-rig, homie. Whoa, I almost died on the bungee. Well, crap. That was another one. He was out here just cruising. Absolutely mangled my Shane's mini blades of glory here and slimed it all up for me. Greased it up. Ow! Anywho, we'll get back to it. Kind of trying to shallow, you know what I mean? Just burn it through the shallows. Arguably. Trying to find someone to come and take it. I could throw the minnow. Holy shit! Minnow. Holy shit! That was cool. Stay on there. Get in there, yes sir! That was cool. Yeah, look at that donk. It looked way, man, it's fat, man. It's a 4, short 4. Again, I had no scale, so you gotta believe me. All right, well that was pretty cool. I don't think I could replicate that. This is what I'm doing. Since we're now talking through it, I'm out of the wind a little bit. The wind is roaring just around the corner. Anyway, this is a Shane's Baits Mini Blades of Glory with kind of the Lake Pro Tackle, a little worm bar special swim baits. Nothing fancy. You get them by the ounce, I think, at the shop there. If you guys haven't checked out their site, you certainly need to. And just kind of ripping it over these shallow rock around this point. That fish came up and ate at the boat. That's the second one on the A-rig. I've had absolutely nothing cranking. It's been a little bit too windy for me to feel comfortable throwing a jig or something real slow. So we're probably going to maintain this plan. Come around, we may come back around where I caught that bigger spot and see if we can make that work. So I'm kind of on a rock pattern, which I love fishing rocks. So that's good. The timber was not happening for me. I don't know. What do you think? You think it's working? Would you do something different? Let me know. All right, nothing else on that rock there, or at least in this cove. Someone actually just pulled up where I wanted to go back and hit it again, where I caught those two fish. And oh well, that's what happens sometimes. So I'm gonna go over here and try some other windy rock and see if I can make something happen there. So let's go see. So that rock didn't work out either, so we made a run down south to some main lake rock that was on, had some wind on it, and unfortunately that didn't play out for us either. All right, I think that's gonna do it for today. These are two keepers. Pretty good sized spot. And then a nice little largemouth. You know, he's pretty fat, even though he's a little bit short, but some nice fish for today. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and let them go. All right, see, dude. Nice one. I'll take that any day. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. I think it's 4 o'clock. I ran down south, and that was a bad idea because it's super windy. And so I think the plan is going to be, I'm gonna fish just for a minute. I'll let these fish go because I definitely don't want them to get beat up on the way back. So let me know what you think you would do differently about today. Like I said, it's 40-ish degrees and 49-ish degrees right now. Super windy. I think what we found out today was main lake rock with some wind on it or some current coming through it, you know, ripped around that corner with the bigger one, ate it right at the boat. I ran down south trying to see if I can make that, you know, kind of mimic that pattern on some main lake rock down here that's definitely getting hammered. No luck, really. And since it is so windy, I'm gonna go ahead and make my way back so that I get home back way before sundown. So like and subscribe to the channel. Love to hear your comments down below on what you think I would do differently next time with the You Fish It series. Thanks for coming along. We'll see you on the next one.